Keep it going for Mark, you guys. Xander had to go smoke a cigarette, so I'm just going to keep this show going, you guys. Coming up next, you've seen him a lot, and he's wonderful. And just give him all your love, because he deserves it, and he doesn't get it. Give it up for Colombo.
Out there. Really, it's the same outfit that I wore. Hey, you know the rest of my set. Is there any of the rest of my jokes you want to correct before I get there? You know, so I get to all my punchlines? No, I know, it's okay. Most of my questions, just for the record, will be rhetorical from here on out. My next set, I think, in here, I'll go ahead and I'll open up the forum and I'll make all my questions like yes or no or something like that. Anyway, it's the same outfit I wore when I was 18 and I was auditioning for boy bands. Yeah, you know. But that's alright, it was fun anyway. Alright guys, I am Colombo, I'm not a private detective of any fucking sort. I just enjoy dressing like an unemployed one from time to time. But the only mystery that I ever solved is the case of who ate the box of cupcakes. It's real easy, because it was me. Every time. Every time. I like nachos too, I kind of feed off nachos. Yeah, thank you. Excellent. Alright. Yes! Blaine's in the house. Get a load of this guy, everybody. This is what I would call a spur bank if I owned one. Yes. Oh, does anybody else here think that grave diggers ever accidentally put the body in the wrong grave and then just go, oh, we've made a grave mistake! And then they just laugh and walk away and leave the body there anyway? That's really the important part. I'd like to think so. It would bring a little bit of magic into my life. I believe in magic in the world. As a matter of fact, anytime I see a young child that, you know, looks even remotely like white with dark hair, I just run right up to him and I go, hey, I'm you from the future, kid. It's all right. And then I run away as fast as I can. And, you know, I know you would think that the kid would be like, whoa, that's not what I want to turn into. But that's not what happens. When you're like 8 years old, all you care about is that you're now going to one day get to travel into the past, okay, and go meet yourself. And that's never going to happen to that kid. I just find enjoyment in fucking with this little 8-year-old who's now going to go continue to do stupid things and make decisions because he believes in magic. Sorry! Oh, I think dragons are sexist. Just the whole idea of them, that's all. They're just very phallic to me. In general. Guys, I am really broke. I had a good gig for a couple of months, and then up until Christmas in 2015, I hadn't been able to find any work. And I'll be perfectly honest, it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. It's so wonderful. I've been losing weight because I can't afford to eat anything. Man, and I've got a girlfriend, and our relationship is better than ever because we can't afford TV or anything, so we just sit around and talk in the dark. We have to look at each other. We haven't had sex in like 7-8 days now, though. We're not fighting or anything. I've just got a pimple on my butt that I'm hiding from her. I don't know what it is, but girls are just obsessed with like squeezing things until pus comes out. All right, everybody. I am East Coast transplant. I am not originally from Southern California, but I absolutely love it out here. Anybody else in my situation? Anybody else not born in California? Yes. Yes. Let me ask you a few things. I've learned some stuff since I've been out here. For example, if you do yoga, apparently, and you don't tell everyone about it, it does not count at all. I also learned really quickly that if you rub Christina Aguilera, she will not grant you wishes. Only restraining orders. Yeah. Oh man, but I think the biggest disappointment, to be honest, since I moved out here is I'm honestly extremely upset and surprised at the uncanny amount of people who are willing to marry somebody just for their money. Because frankly, that's why I moved out here, and they're severely hurting my chances. I've actually been kind of trying to seduce this elderly babe that lives next door to me. But I just found out she has Alzheimer's. So needless to say, things have not been progressing as well as I would have hoped. The seducing, I mean. The Alzheimer's apparently is progressing very well. Yes. All right. That's like Alzheimer's jokes. You know what I found out? People do not like jokes about dead babies. I know! It's such a surprise! No matter... I cannot figure out how many dead babies you have to mention to get a laugh in a room. Because I've yet to get one. And I've mentioned At least at one point in time in the show, I think. But it is an open mic here, so we'd like to try some new stuff. I'm gonna, you know, I've got a sharp mind like my fictional counterpart, everybody. I just created a new game I want to share with you. Go into the grocery store and you move all the condoms into the pest control aisle. It's a great game because you win every time. It's super easy. All you have to do is look for like the cans of Raid and the mouse traps. Because for me, I think my top 3 things that I never want inside my home have to be cockroaches, mice, and babies. I mean, they're great when they're sleeping next door in somebody else's house. Just keep them out of mind. I also had a great idea for a movie I'm going to share with everybody in here. This is being recorded, so you can't steal it. I admit it's a prequel, okay? But it's pretty good. We're going to call it Goddamn Mohicans Everywhere! The story of a brave cavalry man. I'm thinking about maybe a sequel already to the prequel. And you know, maybe he'll come back from the dead and he'll be like a zombie cavalry man. And we'll use my post-one-hit wonder song, everybody. Was Kung Fu apologizing? That was not as good as Goddamn Mohicans Everywhere, I know. I don't see anybody else coming up with any post-one-hit wonder songs. Yeah, I should move on before you start doing it, but anybody else think that the pharmaceutical companies have seriously stepped up their game in like the past 10 years? All right, this is what I'm talking about. I'm 31 years old. My entire life, as long as I can remember, there's always been commercials on TV for a pill of some sort. But when I was a kid, I remember the side effects, we'll get those one day. But I remember the side effects being pretty mundane things, like a little nausea, maybe you get a headache, maybe a little diarrhea, like a rash here and there. Worst case scenario, insomnia, impotence, right? Nowadays, everything is right to the edge, extreme, over the waterfall, like my grandfather. I mean, you know, it's you may have a brain aneurysm resulting in your death. Your heart may explode, resulting in your death. You may eventually slip into a coma, which will absolutely eventually result in your death. Oh yeah, one of the side effects is death. I think what really bothers me though is that right there on every pill bottle is still impotence and insomnia. Because to me that's pretty fucking terrible if you think about it. You're up all night long, but you can't jerk off. I have been on the couch at 3 o'clock in the morning, my friends, when you're like, oh my God, fuck me! I can't! Ah! Actually, I've never actually done that because I don't take the pills. I just mean I've been up all night, and thankfully I was able to jerk off to go to sleep. All right, I'm going to leave you with one more thought, guys. Yeah, I'm not leaving just yet. I know. And she was ready for me to go as soon as I told my first joke. And she's like, that's not how the joke goes. I'm going to tell you how the joke really goes. I know, but it's funnier. My version's funnier than yours. I guess not, because Bird's the only one that's laughing over here. Sweetie. All right, guys. Next time you're having dinner with your mother or something like that, and you think things are going well, and you're really connecting after however many years of her, you know, being too controlling or whatever and fucking with your life, and she just yawns right across from you, and you're like, oh, thanks, Mom. I want you to just imagine that a ghost is putting his penis in her mouth every time she does that. And the next time you're talking to your mom, when she yawns, just imagine that ghost putting his dick right in her mouth. All right? And I'm sorry if your mother's dead, but the ghost is definitely putting his dick in her mouth right now. Thanks, everybody. Let's give it up for Senator.
Keep it going for Colombo.